Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome back to Pickles Geeks. What are we talking about today?
Aw, aren't you a doll for asking?
I am.
We're going to be talking about dolls.
I personally love an action figure, which is basically a doll. But today we're talking about dolls from the past.
Absolutely. We're glad you're here. Hold on a minute and you'll see some good stuff. And we're back.
Hi.
We have a very special guest today, my sister, Diana.
Hi everyone, I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, say it again.
Hi everyone, I'm happy to be here.
Yay. Her specialty of drinking, is a lemon drop shot. Martini.
Lemon Drop Martini, yes. And it is just a very citrusy, very refreshing drink. I think you pickled people will love it. And it's just simple ingredients of sugar, lemons, and vodka, and a little bit of ice.
Sounds delicious. And we're not very picky drinkers, so.
No, it's going to be delicious. I've had them before. So go ahead and strain that there. She did a little
pre-mix.
007.
And we will for sure put the recipe in the description as we always do. And I am pleasantly surprised. I thought maybe there'd be a light pour here, but there's plenty of booze here.
Plenty. And I really do think you'll find it refreshing. How I learned about this cocktail was years ago, Oprah, for all you Oprah fans out there, did a Legends Ball for legends. People like Cicely Tyson, Diana Ross, very, very prominent women. And she served this at her Legends Ball. I wasn't there, but I saw it on TV.
Seemed like it. I was like, wow, who'd you meet?
I know. I wasn't really there, but I saw it on TV and I thought, well, that sounds like something I'd love. So
Yeah.
I made it, and my husband and I love it.
And the little sugar rim on the glass, so pretty.
Little
Thank
sugar
you.
rim.
Totally.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my.
That's good.
How
You
could you
like it?
not
Yes.
like that? That is delicious.
What's not to like?
I always
you
have
know?
to take 2 drinks.
It's very, I've said this before, very refreshing and citrusy. So,
And it's really perfect because where we're at today is, though we are wearing our hoodies, it's fairly sunny and warm in Chicago today.
Yeah.
Not that we've ever said no to a cool, refreshing drink, regardless of the weather.
No, we'll probably have 2 or 3 of these.
Yes, that's why she's got the pitcher.
Oh, yeah,
We
I
can
like that.
refill that in bulk. Well, thank you for the drink, and thank you. And I think we should move over to the table to talk about our dolls.
Let's
Sounds
go.
good.
Let's
All
bring
right,
her
let's
drink.
go.
Thank you.
And here we are.
Here we are back at the table. Then there's so much stuff on the table. I love it. So much colorful, wonderful doll stuff at the table that I really don't know a whole lot about.
And it's funny because you gals grew up in the same house.
But there's a clear age difference. We'll just say that. We'll just say that.
Just a little bit. It is true. Laura wasn't born when I acquired these dolls, but I've had them for probably 60 years, around 55, 60 years.
And we have talked about vintage toys before, but I actually think these are the most vintage that we've had so far, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're awesome because we don't know much about it. I was a Sean Cassidy gal, as you can tell. And this one...
Do run, run, run.
The do run, run. And then this one you said you had G.I. Joes and things like that.
The West, the Old West.
Oh, yeah.
They actually were dolls. I'll throw a picture in there. But, then I grew up on action figures. Lots of Star Wars.
Yes. Yes.
But so this is different. But my sister, I have 2 older sisters, and they had a pink Barbie doll case that was made out of the same material, but it opened like a book. It wasn't this unique looking. And this one, I love the way it opens down and looks like a little closet. They're really great. So we'll let you talk in whatever order you choose, and we'll probably interrupt you with the question.
Oh, sure, please do. Okay, I'm going to start with Shirley. This is Shirley Temple doll. She was produced by the Ideal Novelty and toy company back in the late 50s or maybe early 60s. And Shirley Temple was a childhood celebrity. And you know how they say people have merch now? Well,
Right.
Shirley had merch back in the day, like in the 30s. She had purses, she had outfits, she had dolls. So I wanted a Shirley Temple doll, and my parents got it for me when I was young. And this is her. I've had her all this time.
Can I ask, did you play with her? Because she does look like she's in pristine condition. And her hair is in better shape than mine is.
Yeah, she's not pristine, but she's close to.
Yeah.
Yes, she's close to. And she's the kind where the eyes would shut, you know, and she has teeth. There were different kinds of Shirley dolls. The early ones had, I think, a different kind of head. But she's held up pretty good.
She has. And can you kind of show how the ringlets... Because Shirley Temple was kind of known for her ringlets. You can kind of see them there on the side. And that other side has them too. It's just her bangs have fallen down. You know, that happens at the end of the day.
Yeah. But this is original clothing and, you know, original little accessories,
Yeah.
you know. And I loved her. I loved her. Shirley Temple did movies back in the day and was a great childhood actress. So I don't know. I guess I probably saw the movies and wanted her.
I know. So all I have are two things. The Ideal Toy Company, I went like this when the logo is a oval, and so they made mini toys, and I didn't do any research, but they did toys like, I think, Slinky and things like that. We will fix it because I'm not sure, but the Ideal Toy Company
We don't always fix it, but we'll put the correction. We'll put the correction on the bottom of the screen.
was the precursor to the Kenners and all this kind of stuff, and Mattel's. So that's awesome.
Well, I was going to say, this little item that you see has Shirley's face on it. This was our grandmother's, and it's a little creamer pitcher, and it's a cobalt blue Shirley Temple pitcher, and it was introduced by the Hazel Atlas Glass Company in 1934, and was in production until 42. And you would get them if you bought like a box of Wheaties or a box of Bisquick. It was kind of like a premium.
Yeah, and we've
Yeah.
talked about premiums before. And we approached it from the idea that they were always toys, but obviously there were premiums that were more for adults too.
I know, and we talked about on the show the premium of our mom bought the Kool-Aid pitcher that's on the.
They can't see
Do
over
you
there.
see it on the
See it,
refrigerator.
yes.
behind the growler?
Yes.
So that's just one, but she did Jolly Green Giant and things like that, Charlie and the Tuner. But this is, how much is this worth?
I don't know the worth. Most of this stuff is more nostalgic for me than a monetary value, but because it was our grandma's and she had it in her little hutch in her dining room for many years.
Did the little glass stirrers come with it?
You know, I don't know the origin of these. I kind of don't think so because I think this was a creamer pitcher.
Yeah, because those look
So-
like cocktail stirrers.
Yeah, so Grandma might have had a little nip and maybe, you know.
Maybe she liked the little
Maybe
Baileys
that's
and
where-
cream.
yeah.
And speaking
yes,
of which,
yes.
let's see what this
Yes.
tastes like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
from sitting here a
Right.
little bit. But that's very cool.
So that's Shirley. She's got her original hat and her shoes, and her socks didn't make it. But
Yeah.
That's okay.
I get that.
We
So,
can get them on the eBay.
okay.
But for sure, again, pre-pickled geek, which is before Laura and I were even thought of.
Hashtag BPG.
Exactly.
So
Now-
here's Ladybird. What's her name?
Okay, now the next doll I'll talk about is Skipper. And you know, everyone knows Skipper was Barbie's little sister. And she was really a fashion doll. She was a preteen with a wardrobe to match her glamorous big sis. And I had multiple outfits. I had the little case. I have the Skipper with the brass headband. And she was just a fun little doll to have.
Now I know that brass headband, if that's original, alone is probably worth $40 or $50. So let me just take.
All right.
No, but this is awesome. I remember you someone having these little, what are these called?
Hangers.
Hangers, and you would do it inside of your little cases.
Yes.
And I would be like, wow, that's elaborate. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we would play with our dolls. I mean, these are all dolls that we played with through the years.
I cannot believe it because they are, I like, usually the dolls I've seen from the past, and my I said my sister had the Barbie dolls. Their hair might have gotten cut.
Yeah, there's
or
no
they might have
arm.
had some makeup put on with crayons or whatever.
But that's
I
okay.
mean, sure, but Skipper's in great shape. I mean, she, I don't know her exercise regimen, but besides that, she looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this one has everything from the ice skates, and we'll take a closer look to, I mean, not only the ice skate, but the skates come off of the boots.
The little blades, yeah.
The
Those are
blades, thank you so much.
She was ready to party
Yes.
indoor or out.
That's awesome.
That is. Now, real quick, while we're talking, there's just little magazines here. What are they from?
Well, the magazines came when you bought a doll or an outfit, and they were like a little fashion magazine that would have pictures of the clothing, the outfits that you could purchase for your dolls. So
How smart. Then they were increasing the want of their customer base.
absolutely.
Very smart.
So, do
Absolutely.
you have this dress somewhere?
I have that green dress. That's for Midge. When we talk about Midge,
This is for Midge.
that's for Midge.
Okay. And then this is for Skipper over here, her little booklet.
Yeah, but I don't know if I have.
It's not like today's where they have how you can order a QR code or whatever.
Right.
You just look through and, you asked your parents later.
Oh,
that?
yeah, there's
the
the little
little
skater.
skater outfit.
Oh, okay, right here.
Yeah.
So this is awesome. And then just going down the line, we noticed that you have some Ken clothes, or is it Ken?
Well, this is where the story takes a bit of a turn. I had an Alan doll who, Alan is Midge's boyfriend. We haven't talked about Midge yet, but was Midge's boyfriend. And I have some clothing of his, but mysteriously, I do not know where the doll is. I still think there was some subterfuge with other siblings, but I can neither deny or confirm that. Okay.
I mean, he was a pretty snappy dresser.
He was a snappy dresser, and again, we'll do a little close up. It has his own label. It says Ken. I mean, this is Alan's part of the Ken line or whatever, Ken by Mattel. It's hilarious. We don't even have, and he has a hat.
He has
It came with a
flip-flops.
sweater.
Get those
It came with
flip-flops out.
And he
Oh
came
my
with
God.
the flip-flops. This is proof that I had him. But I never owned any pants that he... he never
I
had
get
any
it.
trousers.
It's okay.
I mean,
It gets hot
I
in
wish,
summer.
I wish I knew where he
winter.
was to this day.
I
okay?
mean, no one
But
loves pants. I
We
get
can
it.
call somebody and
We can... Is there an agency for that? You pickle geeks can
we'll try.
look
We'll
into?
try.
Okay.
We'll try.
You have some pull with somebody.
Well, maybe. So, and lastly, we have
Now, our last but not least doll is our Midge doll. And they were introduced in the early 60s as Barbie's best friend, of course. And she was created to sort of counteract the criticism that Barbie was too mature looking for kids. Midge's face is a little softer than Barbie's was. But of course she wore the same clothing and accessories, so, And so this is an original. I remember to this day my dad took me to the Hobby House. Do you remember the Hobby House at Brentwood Village?
where Santa was for a time.
Perhaps. Yes. And he took me there.
Yes. Yeah.
He took me there, and there was a whole wall of dolls, and he asked me which one I wanted, and I picked out the blonde Midge with the blue bathing suit. So I remember that to this day. It was a
Wow.
fun day for me. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But I have little multiple outfits for her. Let's just show you, Steve. Would you hand me the little shoe with the yellow ball on it?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So this was part of her masquerade ensemble. And look at these little tiny shoes, and had the little yellow ball. Do you believe it?
No, I can't believe you. Didn't we look up something earlier and at least one shoe or the other was worth $40?
Oh,
I don't
my.
mean to keep bringing up because you can't put a price on memories.
And they're not for sale. I mean,
No, absolutely not. I mean, I've had them for this long.
Right.
But
so I have more questions. Did
yes.
the cases come with the dolls, or did you have to buy them
the
separately?
cases would be separate.
Okay.
Everything cost, so it would be a separate thing. I think back in the day, early Barbies were like $3 maybe or something. I
Okay.
don't know.
Well,
That was-
we can Google that.
That
We'll
was
put
probably
that
in the
down there.
1950s. Now, Midge would be vintage, early 60s. I don't know what she cost, but I sure was glad to get her.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. I do, like I said, I remember the little hangers and the cases and things like that. I mean, so if you could find the Allen doll, would you want that to be found, to be given to you? And would you feel complete and not so bitter towards your siblings? I'm just asking for a friend.
Hypothetical.
Hashtag.
Right.
Well, it would help.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, okay.
It would help. Yes.
Okay.
If you have an in somewhere, let's follow that rabbit hole.
I've
Yes.
been known to
Yeah.
to find things.
She can find things,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, what do we want to say to kind of put this all together? You have this displayed. That you sent me a picture of the display case. It looks awesome.
Oh, you keep these on display at home?
I do.
Oh, nice. I love that.
I do. I have a glass case, and
So it runs in the family to
yes.
to display things.
You put
Yes.
them in cardboard boxes. You can't enjoy them, right?
Thank
You
you.
know, a dear friend
Thank
of
you.
mine, Julie, always says you're either a hoarder or a collector, and that is determined by how you display your stuff.
I like that.
Yep.
I
Very
like that.
good.
Word to the wise.
That's
I like
right.
That.
Well, we have a little gift for you. It's not Alan, so don't.
Darn it.
Let me just put it.
I thought you were
down.
going to surprise me with that one.
No.
That would have been a magical
that would have
moment.
been awesome.
It's over here underneath the popcorn bucket, Steve. Back. Oh, my sister plays tennis. It's a little gift. It's a keychain with a
I
tennis
love
ball.
it. Thank you so much.
I spent a whole lot of time and effort on that.
Well,
so
you are a pretty good gift giver.
Well,
I
she's a
like
very
some
good
time.
tennis player.
Thank you.
So what do you want to say? Do you want to encourage folks to relive their past?
Absolutely. I would say if you have a collection at home somewhere, get it out. It's really, really rewarding. It brings back memories. It connects you to your past.
Thank you so much for bringing them, coming all this way, making the delicious drinks for us.
You're
I
very,
really appreciate
very
it.
welcome. This is a special pickle geek right here. Yeah.
Aw,
She is
thank
pretty
you.
special.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right. Well, until next time,
All right.
stay geeky.
Stay pickled.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
That's good.
That